Vladimir Tarasenko hasn't scored more than 20 goals since 21-22. I know this deal was signed with Detroit, but how is that man making $4.75 million?
Because 4.75 is jack shit now.
It wasn't last year, though.
That's fair.
But
who signed him to that deal?
Stevie Y.
There you go.
I don't even know how he ended up in Minnesota. Like, there was some sort of deadline move or something like that.
So wait, you thought it was an expensive deal? Do you think it was a good GM who signed it?
No.
Well, there you go.
And it's a bummer because I got to interview Steve Yzerman with Alan, and I really liked him, but I don't know what's going on in Detroit. I don't get it.
Do you know what he was traded for?
No, like a fourth.
Tarasenko to the Wild. Do you know what he was traded for?
I'm gonna say a fifth.
It happened on June 30th, 2025.
Oh,
it might have been future considerations.
It was nothing. He was traded for future considerations.
Why did
the Red Wings just didn't want the cap hit anymore?
Yo, why did Guaven help him out like that? You should have had to pay for that.
Yeah.
He had 33 points last year.
The Wild just wanted the guy, and Detroit didn't want him, and they wanted the cap space, so he was traded for future considerations.
Okay, question. Do you think Tarasenko and Kaprizov might be friends, fellow countrymen?
I think that is entirely possible. But you know what? You're all making fun of Yzerman for just getting the cap space.
Yeah, what?
Well, right now they have $12 million
So he didn't use it.
Unspent cap space.
Do we think Steve Yzerman's a bad general manager?
Yes.
Why are the Detroit Red Wings
yes.
acting like the Buffalo Sabres?
I don't understand.
I don't understand it. What's going on?
What the flying fuck they're doing. I don't get it. They have some really good pieces.
No.
They're too good to be completely ass. They are.
Okay. Think of the top of the division. I feel like Boston in the Atlantic is going to be better. There's no way they're as bad as last year.
Concept with them.
Swayman missed all training camp. That was so dumb. Like literally, the management team goofed their season, and Jim Montgomery lost a job for dumbass management decisions. Okay, we know that. Then McAvoy and Hampus Lindholm go down.
Yes.
No team survives that.
No, you're broke.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. The Lindholm deal sucks, and it will always suck, and I don't understand why they signed it. Vancouver was trying to get rid of him so fast after a month of having him. And it's not that he's a bad guy, but he's not the scorer that he was in Calgary. So my question is, okay, so Boston's good. The Leafs are good. The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup winners.
Back to back.
Tampa Bay is a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They might have got their asses kicked by the Florida Panthers, but who amongst us? Right?
Whomst.
And then you've got the Ottawa Senators, who are becoming an excellent team.
They got good bobbleheads.
And as soon as Montreal gets that second line center, perhaps Lane Hudson's dad can help them with that.
Sidney Crosby.
Once Montreal gets that second line center,
here I'm going to throw.
guys, there's no room for Detroit. There's nothing, and Buffalo. Sorry.
Let me throw an oh yeah at you, John Gibson.
Good pickup.
Detroit Red Wings.
I like him.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
Now, though, so is this just a year of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks for Detroit, and then they completely blow the doors off next year, and they're a huge player in free agency because they already have $12 million in cap space.
Why do they?
Give me a sec.
Everybody's got cap room next year.
No, yeah, but you already have 12 plus. Ben Sherratt's coming off the books. Justin Hall is coming off the books. Eric Gustafsson is coming off the books. That's like $10 million right there. And that's all on D. Signing Travis Hamonic to a one-year deal reeks of I don't really have any particular idea what I'm doing right now. I gotta think they're positioning themselves sort of like the Wild did, where it's like, all right, we're going to do these huge buyouts, but it's going to benefit us at some point. I kind of wonder if Detroit is like, give me one more year. Give me one more friggin' year, and we're going to blow the doors off by going and getting blank.
Is there one more year available for Steve Yzerman? That building has never seen a playoff game. The Puckpedia is the correct one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to say correct myself to cap friendly.
No, you're correct.
They got JVR on the top line left wing. I think it'll end up being DeBrincat, but like It's not a great roster, and I think Adam rightly pointed out there's not a lot of room there in the Atlantic, and he's going to miss the playoffs again, I assume, with this team. And how many kicks at the can do you get?
That's a rough defense, man.
One of the teams of all time.
You're telling me you couldn't find one other guy other than Travis Hamonic?
What a list of names.
Can we, for the people listening?
No.
The Detroit Red Wings are going into the season or going into training camp with JVR, Larkin, Raymond. DeBrincat, Casper.
What year is it?
Casper is going to be real good one day.
Casper is going to be very good.
And Evander Kane. Cop, Comfer. Oh, sorry. What did I say?
Evander.
Oh, Patrick Kane. Sorry. Cop, Comfer, Appleton.
One of the lines of all time.
Soderblom, Rasmussen, and Berggren.
I'm begging for a good Soderblom to make the NHL.
Wow.
On defense. That was mean. That was unnecessary.
Except against the Leafs.
That was really unnecessary.
It's such a niche shot.
On defense, Detroit is rolling up with Sherratt, Sider.
Shit.
Edvinsson, Johansson.
I like Edvinsson.
Gustafsson, and Hamonic. And in net, they have Gibson and Talbot.
Hold on. You didn't mention Justin Hall or Jacob Bernard Docker.
In the press box, they got Hall and Bernard Docker and Watson.
Is that Austin Watson?
That is a team of all time, as Steve said.
Dude,
Hamonic Gustafsson is a D pair you roll out when you're loading up for the Calder Cup playoffs.
Jesus Christ.
No, like if you saw that
if
coming down the tunnel, game 1 of the Calder Cup playoffs, you'd be like, oh shit, we might be in trouble.
Gustafsson's going to get 5 points tonight.
You're being
No, they're one of the teams of all time. They're just simply one of the teams.
I do look at the roster and I point to a lot of young talent sprinkled throughout it. Edvinsson, Raymond, Casper is a good little trio of young talent, plus the middle-aged guys who are going to be at their best, like Larkin. It's okay, and I left out Mo Sider as well.
It's an incredible league, and you're not good enough.
And I just want to throw this at you. Steve was talking about, oh, well, what if they're a big player next year? Fucking everyone's going to be a big player next year.
Yeah, but they're going to be even bigger than that.
Yeah, and you know what's great? They can sell the guys on. We have no one else. That's a great sales pitch to a free agent. Hey, Kirill, you want to come here and do everything like you had to do during the cap-strapped years in Minnesota? Hey, Connor, what do we rewind to 2019, 2020 Edmonton Oilers hockey for you? You can have that right here in Detroit.
Do you want me to make it all hot and bothered for you?
Give it to me.
They could go out, like, let's pretend it was July 1st right now. Mm-hmm. They could go out and make a decent run at Jack Eichel now, today, with what they have. And they're going to get room to fix that decor. They're going to have to spend money to do it, and that's terrifying. They're going to have $10 million of cap space. Oh, man. Just freed up from losing. You're also going to lose 3 not good players. Like losing Justin Hall and the cap hit, hooray. Mm-hmm. Ben Sherratt, at this point in his career, what are we doing?
Well, he was signed to make the playoffs that they never did.
Well, and I think he might have been. How does Sherratt keep finding teams that are on the cusp, on the bubble of making the playoffs that will kick ass if they make it but don't? That was the Habs for so long.
Yeah. Yep.
And we accurately were like, they're not very good. But if they make it, they're going to be a problem. And then they did, and they were a problem.
One of my biggest problems with Stevie Y and the way he's been rebuilding the Red Wings is they haven't bottomed out since he's been there. They've always kind of been in that little area where they're trying to compete and go for it. And they've also gotten no draft lottery luck. But this is a team who, throughout his entire era, hasn't drafted in the top 5. They actually haven't drafted within the top 5 since 1990. That just shows how good they've been through that era.
That's amazing.
But it's in order to get these high-end star players, you have to either really hit on somebody like they did with Mo Sider, but that's still like a step below the superstar level talent.
And
Raymond, but it's just a step below again. You either have to be really bad, get draft lottery luck, or hit on a crazy pick, and they haven't done any of those 3 things.
The annoying thing is I think they've done well with what they've gotten. Like I was just looking at Casper too. He was an 8th overall pick. Mm-hmm. Like all those, they've done well.
Mm-hmm. But they
haven't gotten Bedard or like
right. They
Jack
haven't got.
Hughes
They
or something.
don't have a Draisaitl. They don't have Hughes. They don't have any of that. Plus the pieces that he's been filling around the young guys, where he does have a collection of good young guys, haven't clicked together and haven't been the greatest thing. And it's just kind of always fighting for that 10th seed.
They are the
in
06 to 2015 Leafs. We are not going to draft well, and we're going to try to build through mid-free agency. And so when you look at the where they are now, yeah, there's some great pieces, guys. I can find great pieces literally anywhere.
Hey, no,
Every
we're not
team
the
has great pieces.
we're not the mid 2000s Leafs. We had really good runs in the spring and almost made it. I gotcha. That's what
Yeah,
the
and
Leafs
any-
did
what do we always-
every year.
Jesse, what do you always say about people that go on a run post deadline?
Oh my God, it's irrelevant. Those teams are irrelevant.
Yeah.
Also, it's not top 5, it's top 3.
Top 3.
Because Lucas
Well,
Raymond was a 4th overall.
And Zadina was 5.
Yes, so top 3 is what,
Yeah.
I was
Okay,
what I
so-
was going for.
Swing and a miss on that. It happens.
No,
but
Zadina was sick.
okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It was close. The point is,
I mean, you're not going to hit all of them.
the Red Wings are here. Okay, I'll tell you what I heard, and I can't corroborate this, but what I heard was Stevie wanted to tear this down more than he did. He wanted to put this in a position where you could grab those top 3 draft picks and that sort of thing. But after who was the guy that took over after Babs? Who was the guy that took over?
Oh, damn it. Blashill?
Blashill. After the Blashill years, the ownership group was like, hey, we just spent a lot of money on this sick arena, and we'd like to see some playoff games. And so inexplicably, a couple of years ago, we started to see them make like really bizarre signings. And I think the comp for Justin Hollier had a lot of people going, okay, why?
2 guys still on the team.
100%. And I think that it kind of tracks with what I said, which was, hey, they had found Sider, they had found Lucas Raymond. If they'd gone and done
Great
that a
pick.
couple more years, they probably would have a far more complete team today.
Yeah.
But the management group above Stevie said, no, we need a playoff game in this building, and we really don't care beyond. Like, just get there. Just get into the playoffs. And you could see the rationale. Like, you look at the Washington Capitals, not last year, but the year before. They snuck in. They got their asses kicked by the Rangers. But they got 2 home playoffs.
It was an electric year.
It was an electric year.
Yeah.
And they did it, and they shouldn't have. Like, Philly should have made it. Pittsburgh should have made it. Washington made it. I don't think the Detroit teams of those years were all that different than the Philly or the Pittsburgh or the Washington team, right? They weren't that different. The difference was Pittsburgh had the end of Gino and Crosby and Letang, and that end is still happening. The Capitals still have Alexander Ovechkin, and the Detroit Red Wings have not guys that are Hall of Famers in that sense. And I just feel like that's what's the missing piece here.
Would it kill him to make a trade that matters?
With what?
Dude, figure it out. For God's sake. Everyone figures it out. Everyone relevant.
Yep.
Figures it like,
Yep.
I'm just looking at the list. Okay, Gibson, I like. I like for them. Starting goalies are not available in abundance. Ville Husso for future considerations. Okay, that got you cap space that you didn't use. Great. Joe Veleno for Peter Mrazek and Craig Smith. Okay, great. You helped Tampa get... No, what the hell is this? Oh, part of a 3-way trade. So you helped Tampa get Yanni Gord, and you got a 4th out of it. A conditional 4th. Look at you go. You got a 3rd for Oli Mata. Fine. You got Gage Alexander for Robbie Fabry and a 4th. So you paid for Gage Alexander. Hope he works out. Like, I'm just looking at these deals. The Wallman deal, for fuck's sake. Wallman and a 2nd, which again freed up space that you didn't use. He is one of the GMs of all time, of one of the teams of all time, making some of the trades of all time.
Take a swing, man.
Bless Stevie Y. Bless him. But without that name, he's long gone.
Yeah.
Long gone. If he can...
If his name is Chiarelli or Ferguson Jr. or...
Here's what you need. The young guys led by Casper, need to play out of their banana sandwich minds. John Gibson needs to look bona fide, completely ridiculous, have a clean bill of health. There needs to be faith at the end of the season, no matter how it shakes out, that this is heading in the right direction.
No.
And then, if you can say, listen, this season, no matter how it ends, was encouraging, then you go, look at the ocean of cap space. Look, we have over $20 million.
Steve, if you're ending this season and you're like, again, selling me on faith, screw that.
No, I agree with you, but like, I'm trying to listen.
That means you missed the playoffs and you're trying to sell me magic beans.
I've laid out.
Like what?
I think this team is just so mid. Mm-hmm. I've laid that out. I'm trying to be nice, and I go, here's what success looks like this year.
No, success is winning.
Oh dear.
I have to say, I look at Dylan Larkin. And we talk about this with teams that we like to needle, right? We do it with. I don't. It's not even like we like to needle. It's just they're so viciously against the truth at certain times, and then the truth comes out, and they're like, "Well, it's time to accept the inevitable." A la what's happened in Pittsburgh this week. We've been on that shit for 18 months. Like, hey, if they don't get better, this is eventually going to happen. They're like, no, you don't know what you're fucking talking about, girl. And then all of a sudden, what happens?
I wish I could move my neck like that.
And so I look at Dylan Larkin, and I go, how much longer is Dylan gonna stick around for this? Because maybe he is Detroit to his bones, man.
For as long as he's locked up, which is a long time.
But if Dylan Larkin became available, holy shit!
I don't think,
which he's not.
But I'm just saying, no. What if Dylan Larkin goes, I'm done, man. I'm done. Because why wouldn't Dylan Larkin say that?
You fired Stevie Y and you get a GM who's gonna be like, Dylan, here's our road to success.
Dylan Larkin, how many playoff games has Dylan Larkin played? He's played 734 career NHL games.
0, right?
Did he play under Babcock? I'm gonna say 6.
5.
That one series, yeah.
He's got 1 point in the playoffs, a goal, and it was his rookie year.
Maroon. He's so good.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. He's amazing. Look at what he did with Team USA.
Oh, I know. Really underrated player.
Dylan Larkin's got 5 years left on a very lucrative contract. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon.
What if he says, I'm sort of done here?
No, there's been no indication.
Yeah.
There's been no indication.
Yeah, they said that in Pittsburgh
now
too.
you're needling.
Am I needling? They said that in Pittsburgh too. Well, there's been no indication. There's still no indication
but
Crosby wants to go.
No.
But if he's going, they better
Crosby's
get better.
contract is coming to an end.
And he's old.
And he's old.
You know
and
what?
he's
The
had
last time that
success.
happened, he re-signed.
I don't feel like we usually see star NHLers do that middle contract. I assume there's some exceptions to the rule, but somebody with 5 years left who's been very happy in Detroit, like this has never been a thing. I don't think it's fair to just say like he's going because
Crosby's
they stink.
one of the few players in the league, one of the very few remaining who's older than me.
Dylan Larkin's 29. Just wondering. 734 games.
I think if we're getting to 2 years left in that deal or something, or 1 year left and that sort of stuff, like, and they're still not successful. They might want to move him just for like roster management purposes or whatever, but I don't think Dylan Larkin's not unhappy in Detroit.
No.
Yeah.
This conversation bothers me because there's some teams that just shouldn't.
What?
You ever get to the gooey middle part of your psyche, the Kinder Surprise cream of your brain?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I was about to. 1 sec.
You asked a question.
The Leafs in the mid-90s
I didn't like your answer.
were hot ass. And Chris Draper had just visited my elementary school. And the Red Wings went to back-to-back cups. And I loved the Red Wings. For like a couple years there, I loved the Red Wings. And there's still a part of me that sees them being bad, even though they're in the Leafs division, there's still part of me that sees them being bad, and I'm like, that's bullshit.
Right.
Figure it out.
Yeah. They're an original 6 team. Well, the reason the Red Wings are bad right now is because they had 30 years of sustained success. Like, it's why I don't feel bad for you Pittsburgh fans so much. You had 20 years of success. You now have to go through this because that's what happens in pro sports. You don't get 100 years of consistent success. You are very good for a long time, and then it's like, oh, all the old guys are still here, and we ran out of new guys. We gotta just suck for a little bit.
The Penguins exist in a reality of extremes. They've never just been the Penguins.
Yeah.
Like, they're always, okay, we're either the worst team in the history of the sport.
And they're threatening to move it to Hamilton.
Yes, or we have one of the best, if not the best players in the world.
Yeah. So, like, I like Detroit, you had so much success in the 90s and early 2000s that you got to be bad for a little. Yeah. But the bad, we got to see you're moving the right direction.
It's directionless bad.
Exactly, and that is bad.
Yeah, that
you can't be directionless bad. At least be the Blackhawks where you stink and you're going to stink real stinky. And like their rebuild is very new. I'm going to keep banging that drum. I'm going to do it again this year. Their rebuild is very new. We are only 3 years away from Taves and Kane playing on that team together.
Yeah.
Like, that's so crazy.
Yeah. So, Detroit, I hope you get it together.